Um, um,
You've been doing that a lot this morning, Aaron. What's going on?
I have to calm myself down, Rube. By the way, thank you yesterday because I had a little medical episode in the hallway here, and I heard like my knee like pop, and
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
carrying 2 cups of hot coffee, and I'm
It,
struggling to walk.
it was a situation. I came in from outside, and Aaron's just leaned up against the wall, saying, "Could you get me a chair?"
Get me a chair.
And,
I was about to go down.
right,
And
yeah.
if I fell, there would be reports of earthquakes in West Shreveport. It'd be
man.
like, man, the ground shook. She fell. So, needless to say, my COVID bubble on my knee is going to be probably more than what I'm thinking it is. I don't know
Yeah.
yet. I'm scheduled for an MRI today. There was a little backlog in getting into to the MRI. But yesterday's episode, and Ruben had to push me around in a chair. Thank you very
also
much.
that everybody was staring at us out of their offices.
That's okay. We're good. We're good. He even wheeled me out to my car to help me get in my car to go. So got home, got some crutches and all that. But we bumped up, and I've already had X-rays on it, and there's no bone damage or anything like that. And we did an EKG. We've done I've got some pain meds and a muscle relaxer, and we're trying to fix it. But we obviously need an MRI. And this all started in the back of my hamstring. And I'm making this a long story, and then it kind of moved down into the knee for what it's worth.
Huh.
And now the pain is really pretty severe in the knee. And we're going to need an MRI on the hamstring, the back of the leg, and down to the calf where it's still hurting a little bit. And we're going to need an MRI on the knee. And I thought, okay, I'll go to the imaging joint and we'll do the MRI and get it all done, and we'll find out what's going on. Is there muscle tear in the hamstring? Is there what's going on with the knee, etc. And mind you, the doctor, Dr. Boyd, and his folks are incredible. They are dear friends, and they've taken great care of me, and they're checking everything. They're making sure nothing else is wrong with me with regard to follow-up from COVID, and all that.
Perfect.
Doing a great job. But I get a call back from their office yesterday, and they said, we're going to make the knee MRI is going to be stat. Like, we need to do this right away because you now can't walk.
As soon as possible, right?
But we can't. And I said, well, we'll just do the leg all together, right? No, we can't do them together.
Huh.
I said, what do you mean you can't do them together? Well, your insurance won't allow it. I said, what are you talking about? I can't go to the MRI place, the imaging place, and get an MRI on my knee and my leg at the same time when you shoot me through the bubble? Just take pictures of the knee and leg all at the same time?
Whoa.
And she says, I know it sounds crazy, but it's not what your insurance will cover. And you can do it, but you'd have to pay for it, which it's several grand to do an MRI, I guess.
Right. It's pretty expensive.
So I said, okay, so we're going to do 2 separate MRIs on 2 separate occasions at the very same place. Yes, ma'am, I know, I'm sorry. It's silly. It's stupid. We get it. We understand. And I said, I guess I'm going to have to pay 2 copays, too, for 2 separate MRIs.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, the copay is the copay alone. I have decent insurance; it's not bad, but my copay is $550 for the MRI. They called me. They called me from the imaging place. Here's your copay.
Wow.
And I said, okay, for when I do the leg MRI, which will be a day or 2 later, or whatever, another copay. Yes, ma'am, it will be.
Jeez.
Reuben, here's what I don't understand. Medical care and insurance, it's supposed to be, and I maybe I'm out of the loop and I've missed all these changes because I haven't been going to the doctor real regular. It's supposed to be to make sure we're healthy and take care of our health.
It's supposed to be.
This doesn't help my doctor. He doesn't get the information he needs as quickly as possible. I'm gonna have to wait for a second MRI.
Right.
It doesn't help the people at the imaging. Well, I guess they make money for 2 MRIs, but I mean, they could do this in one fell swoop. Poof, we're done. Here you go. Here's your results. Go on down the road.
Right.
It doesn't help my insurance company because guess what? They're going to pay for 2 MRIs now, to the tune of $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, whatever it is.
Gosh.
Instead of doing 1, my insurance company's now going to pay for 2.
That's unreal.
Who's winning here? Who invented this stupid system where I'm going to go back to the MRI place for a second. And I love these guys. They all do great work.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But there's something jabberwocky about this, and nobody seems to. It's like that's just how we do it.
I'd say Jabberwocky. Yeah. A little bit.
Who's minding the store? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. And my worry is, and here's where, in driving to work today, all I could think about was this mom or this dad who's working kind of paycheck to paycheck. They have insurance, but they're not doing well. They don't have, I've saved money. This is not going to hurt me. I can pay my 2 copays and I'll be okay. But my thought is, what about the people who are barely making ends meet and they get hit with 2 big whopperdoodles like this?
Yeah.
You know what they're going to do, Reuben? They're going to get 1 MRI on what's most critical, and they're going to just go, I can't afford that second MRI.
I'm going to skip everything else.
I can't do that. And they may have something else critical going on, but they're going to skip that MRI because they can't afford it.
Yeah, and they're not going to find out about it until it's too late.
And exactly. Who is this helping? This is helping no one's health care.
No.
This is why we're so unhealthy in our country, because nobody can afford this craziness that we're calling health care.
It's pretty wild. It gets pretty wild when it comes to health care, especially around here. Yeah.
What? Can you think of any logical reason that you would want to do this? I'm trying.
No.
Please text me or message me on the Shreveport Security Systems message board. Why would it be like this?
I'm sure it all has to do with like how it shows up in their computers or some technical or like super corporate issue that again doesn't help anybody except for the person working that specific job.
It's just unbelievable how we've let it get to this point, and and I'm going to obviously send this recording to our senators and Congressman Johnson, because I just think this is just so ludicrous. And you know what? It happened to me personally, but it happens to hundreds and hundreds of people across this state all the time and across the nation, I'm sure. And I'm sure it's not just my insurance company. I have a pretty reputable insurance company. Big name, you'd know it. But anyway,
gosh,
Lord.
That is a cluster.
Thanks for wheeling me around yesterday.
You're welcome.
And I'm just getting used to the crutches. So if I tip over, stand there and tip me back up. Okay?
Right?
Yeah, please.
I'll keep you upright. Try to.
I might need coffee too. Just FYI.
All right.